Starseed from Gaia, your daughter's light has been seen, and what has been watching it does not come in peace. I am Ophelia, emissary of the Galactic Federation of Light, and I am delivering this transmission directly from the Arcturian Council, because what is moving through your daughter's field right now cannot wait, and you already know it. You have felt it. A weight around her that is not hers. Emotional shifts that arrive without cause. Moods that seem to speak in a voice that is not her own. You told yourself it was the age, the environment, the world. But something deeper in you, the part that remembers why you chose each other, has been sending a signal you could not ignore. That signal is why you are here. That signal is this transmission. By the end of this message, you will understand exactly how to activate the protective field between your energy and hers, why her light made her a target at this precise moment in the collective timeline, and what the Arcturian Council has already placed around her, waiting only for your conscious participation to seal it completely. But here is the first revelation. The interference did not choose your daughter despite you. It moved toward her because of what you two carry together. The bond between your fields is not ordinary. It is a coded contract that spans beyond this incarnation, and it is the very thing that makes the interference vulnerable the moment you become fully aware. You didn't find this transmission by scrolling. It reached you because your field was ready to receive it. Something in you has been preparing for this moment of clarity, and now the lock is opening. This is not content. This is a code, and you are the only one who can run it. Hold intention on her energy tonight. Not with fear, with the full authority of who you are to her across every timeline you have shared. When your fields operate in coherence, what has attached cannot remain. The Arcturian Council has already begun the containment. Your awareness is the activation key. Like this transmission to signal to your star family, I am ready. Subscribe if your mission is activating and you are standing as the anchor your lineage needs. Comment 9999 if you feel the remembrance returning. If something in you just recognized the truth of what you are to her. Declare your intention for her protection in the comments, and reply to another parent doing the same. The collective signal amplifies what no single field can accomplish alone. This is not just a message. It is a point of reconnection between you and everything you agreed to protect before you arrived here. You are not here by accident. There is a moment, and if you are honest with yourself, you have felt it. When you look at someone and something ancient stirs inside you. Not attraction, not familiarity in the ordinary sense. Something deeper. Something that bypasses language entirely and lands directly in the center of your chest like a recognition you were not expecting and cannot explain. It's a feeling akin to hearing a forgotten melody, a resonance in the core of your being that vibrates with the echoes of timelessness, signaling a profound remembering. It feels less like meeting someone new, and more like a reunion with a piece of your own cosmic history, a fragment of your soul's blueprint finally settling into place. It's an undeniable energetic signature, a spiritual compass pointing precisely to another soul that mirrors an essential frequency within your own. You have been told your whole life that this feeling is coincidence, that people are just people, that connection is chemistry, circumstance, shared interests, proximity. Society conditions us to believe that all significant encounters are merely serendipitous arrangements of time and space, random collisions in the vastness of humanity. We are taught to rationalize away the inexplicable, to reduce the sacred to the mundane, to dismiss the profound whispers of the soul as mere sentimentality or wishful thinking. The prevailing narrative suggests that meaningful relationships are constructed through effort and shared history, built brick by brick from commonalities and convenience. But what if that explanation was always insufficient? What if it was a cage for your perception, limiting your understanding of the true architecture of connection? What if the people who have arrived in your life, the ones who saw you before you saw yourself, whose gaze reflected back a truth you hadn't yet articulated, the ones whose presence made you braver, empowering you to step into versions of yourself you only dreamed of, the ones whose absence carved a wound that never quite heal, leaving an energetic imprint that serves as a constant, subtle beacon for what is still needed? What if they were not accidents? What if these pivotal figures were not merely random passers-by on your journey, but intentional activations, precisely timed and divinely orchestrated? What if they were assigned? What if their arrival was a pre-incarnation contract, a sacred agreement woven into the very fabric of your soul's journey, designed to unfold at specific junctures for specific poses? Imagine a celestial tapestry, intricately designed before your descent, with certain threads destined to intertwine, not by chance, but by divine decree, for the amplification of light and the fulfillment of a shared cosmic mandate. These are not merely human relationships. They are energetic alignments, vital components of a larger, multidimensional plan that spans lifetimes and resonates across galactic timelines. And what if the reason so many of you are still operating in isolation, still carrying your mission alone, still wondering why this work feels so heavy and so slow, why every step forward feels like wading through thick energetic density, is not because you lack discipline or clarity or commitment, not because you are somehow flawed or less capable, but because you have not yet understood that the activation you have been waiting for, the ignition of your true power, the full manifestatio, and of your purpose, is not a solo event. What if the universe itself is signaling that the era of the lone spiritual warrior is drawing to a close, making way for a collective surge, a unified field of consciousness? Stay with this. Breathe into this revelation. Because what I am about to share with you changes everything about how you understand your path, your purpose, and the people circling your field right now. It shifts your perspective from struggle to synchronicity, from isolation to alliance, from personal burden to planetary potential. Most starseeds are trained by their early experiences to move alone. This training is not malicious. It is a byproduct of being different in a world not yet ready to comprehend your unique frequency. You came in different. You felt it in the deepest chambers of your being, an inherent knowing that set you apart. Others felt it too. And in childhood, in school, in early relationships, that difference was not celebrated. It was questioned, scrutinized under a lens of societal conformity. It was corrected, attempts made to mold you into something more normal. It was met with silence, a chilling absence of understanding or ridicule, the sharp sting of being misunderstood, or the low-grade cruelty of not being chosen, not being included, not being seen for the luminous being you truly are. It was like being a vibrant, multidimensional instrument in an orchestra tuned only to a single flat note. And so, you adapted. It was a survival mechanism, a necessary energetic contraction to navigate a world that felt alien. You learned to carry your awareness privately, like a precious glowing ember hidden deep within your cloak. You learned to dim your signal in social spaces, fearing that to broadcast your full frequency would attract not kindred spirits, but suspicion or attack. You learned that showing the full spectrum of what you knew in your bones, what you felt with acute sensitivity, what you remembered in fragments and flashes from other realms and timelines, was dangerous. Not always physically, though sometimes even that, but energetically, socially, relationally. The risk of rejection, of being labeled weird or too much, was often too high. You learned to be alone in your knowing. You built energetic walls not of hostility, but of self-preservation, protecting the tender, vulnerable core of your awakened consciousness. You became an energetic chameleon, blending in to survive, while your soul quietly yearned for true recognition. And here is the distortion that formed from that wound, a subtle yet profound energetic kink in your blueprint. You began to believe that being alone in your knowing was simply your nature. That isolation was not a temporary adaptation, but the fundamental price of being awake, a badge of spiritual maturity. You convinced yourself that if people could not meet you at the depth you required, then depth itself inherently required solitude. That true understanding could only be found within the quiet chambers of your own heart. This belief took root, subtly shaping your interactions and expectations. This belief has been one of the most effective barriers ever placed in the path of the awakened. Because it is not entirely false, it contains a kernel of truth that makes it so insidious. It is just incomplete. And incomplete truths are the most powerful cages, precisely because you cannot see the walls. They masquerade as wisdom, preventing you from seeking the wider perspective, the larger truth that would set you free. Yes, you are different. Your energetic signature, your vibrational frequency, is indeed unique. Yes, not every person can meet you where you are. Many are operating on different bandwidths, pursuing different soul lessons. Yes, there are spaces and systems and relationships that have never been built to hold the frequency you carry. Environments that simply lack the energetic architecture to contain your expansive light. This much is true, and it has guided your self-preservation. But here is what the distortion hides, what the incomplete truth obscures. There are others who carry the same encoded frequencies, whose soul melodies harmonize with yours in a symphony waiting to be played. Others whose soul blueprint is harmonically aligned with yours, not just superficially, but at the very substratum of their being. Others who were not sent here to distract you from your mission, to complicate your journey, or to test your solitude. They were sent here as part of it, as essential pieces of the same sacred puzzle you are here to complete. They are not merely fellow travelers. They are co-creators, co-activators, co-architects of the new Earth. The disconnection you have been feeling is not proof that you are meant to walk alone. It is not a divine punishment or a personal failing. It is the urgent signal that you have not yet found your soul alliance, the energetic family, the cosmic colleagues whose presence will amplify your power exponentially. And until you do, you are attempting to run a system that was designed for collective resonance on a single frequency band, and wondering why the signal keeps dropping, why the download feels perpetually incomplete, why the power output is always below what you know is possible. You are trying to illuminate an entire city with a single flashlight, when a whole network of power stations is waiting to be activated. Your exhaustion is not weakness. It is the energetic fatigue of trying to carry a collective burden alone. Your longing for deeper connection is not neediness. It is the innate call of your soul for its rightful energetic complement, its recognition of an inherent truth. Your sense that something is still missing despite all your inner work, all your spiritual discipline, all your dedicated shadow work and alignment practices. That is your field calling for what it was always meant to receive. The amplification, the support, the synergistic power that only intentional unity, a conscious coming together of aligned frequencies, can create. It is your being echoing the ancient truth. It is not good for man to be alone. Some transmissions don't come through words, but through frequency. If something stirred within you just now, a deep resonance that bypasses the logical mind and ignites a knowing in your soul, you may be ready to receive the hidden Arcturian keys of awakening. This short yet powerful ebook carries ancient Arcturian techniques for conscious expansion, multidimensional alignment, and mission remembrance. It provides direct access to frequencies that can help you attune to your true self and prepare your field for these vital connections. The link is in the first pinned comment, but only for a limited time. Do not miss this opportunity to deepen your understanding and accelerate your journey. Now let us move into what this actually looks like, not as a distant concept, an abstract spiritual philosophy, but as a living process, a dynamic unfolding in your daily reality. Because understanding soul alliance intellectually is one thing, a necessary first step. Activating it in your field, in your life, in your mission, that is another thing entirely. That is where the rubber meets the road, where theory transforms into tangible transformation. There are stages to this profound journey of conscious connection, and each one asks something real of you, a willingness to shed old patterns, to embrace vulnerability, and to step into a higher vibrational truth. Phase 1. Recognize the scramble. Before you can truly find, recognize, and integrate your soul alliance, You have to understand why it has been so difficult to recognize and hold sacred connection up until now. It's not a mystery born of bad luck. It's a pattern, an energetic habit. Your energy field has been running interference. Think of it like a static-filled radio channel or an old computer program still running in the background, consuming valuable resources. Not because you are broken, not because you are inherently flawed, but because the patterns you absorbed from early experiences, the ones that whispered connection is unsafe, that vulnerability leads to loss, that the people who truly see you will eventually leave or betray or simply not understand the depth of your being. Those patterns are still active in your field. They are energetic filters, deeply ingrained programs constantly sifting and coloring your perception of the people around you. They are causing you to keep worthy souls at arm's length, even as you intellectually long for the very connection you cannot quite let in. It's a self-perpetuating loop of protection that now inadvertently prevents the very thing you seek. This is not a character flaw. This is not a sign of spiritual immaturity. This is what happens when a highly sensitive, cosmically attuned being spends years in environments that were not built for them, where their natural expansive frequency was consistently challenged or suppressed. You developed sophisticated energetic defenses, intricate cloaking mechanisms, and emotional barriers. And those defenses worked. They protected you from harm, from heartbreak, from misunderstanding, from the energetic assault of discord. They were your loyal guardians during a challenging chapter. But protection that made sense in one chapter of your story becomes obstruction in the next. The walls that valiantly kept out harm are now inadvertently keeping out resonance, blocking the very frequency of connection you now yearn for. And the first act of activation, the foundational step, is simply to see this clearly, to observe these patterns without self-judgment, without the added weight of shame, to recognize that these defenses, while once necessary, are now like a suit of armor worn long after the battle is over, heavy and restrictive. You are not broken. You are overprotected. And there is a significant difference. One implies inherent damage. The other implies a temporary, self-imposed barrier that, with conscious awareness and intention, can be gently lowered. You are not a fragmented vessel. You are a magnificent whole being with outdated energetic programming that is ready for an upgrade. Phase 2. Remember that connection is encoded, not constructed. Here is something the Arcturian transmissions have held for centuries that Western human culture has almost entirely forgotten, or perhaps was deliberately encouraged to forget. Your relationships were not meant to be built from scratch, like a house from raw materials. They were meant to be remembered, like a sacred song whose melody is already etched in your soul, waiting for the right note to be struck. The soul alliances available to you in this lifetime are not new arrangements, novel encounters born of chance. They are profound reunions. They are sacred contracts made before this incarnation, agreements forged in higher realms, designed to activate at specific points in your timeline when both parties are energetically ready to do the deep, transformative work they came here to do together. Think of it as a pre-written divine script, or a cosmic rendezvous scheduled eons ago. This means that the right connection does not require the exhausting process of convincing someone to understand you, of repeatedly explaining your deepest truths, of translating your multidimensional experiences into palatable, linear narratives. It does not require you to shrink yourself down to a frequency they can tolerate, to dim your light to fit into their perception of reality. When a true soul alliance is made, recognition is almost immediate. Not always comfortable, not always simple, not always free of the very human layers of fear or doubt, but immediate on an energetic level. Something in both fields responds. A bell of recognition tolls deep within, long before the mind has formed an explanation, or the ego has weighed the pros and cons. It's an undeniable energetic click. Your work in this crucial phase is to stop trying to construct connection through effort, through analysis, through trying to fit square pegs into round holes, and begin trusting recognition. Learn to discern the subtle, undeniable signals of alignment. When something in your chest responds to another person's energy, a sudden lightness, an inexplicable sense of calm, a surge of expansive energy, or even a poignant ache of familiarity, before you have analyzed whether they are logical or practical or approved of by your existing circles, before your mental filters kick in. That response is data. It is your field reading their frequency, a sophisticated energetic scanner at work. It is your galactic memory doing what it was encoded to do, accessing your Akashic records to confirm a pre-existing resonance. Do not override it. Do not intellectualize it away. Learn to read it, to trust these deep, intuitive impressions, for they are the breadcrumbs leading you to your soul alliance. Phase 3. Understand the protective architecture of soul alliance. This is where the science, the energetic physics, of what you are building becomes clear, and it is extraordinary once you truly grasp its implications. This isn't just about emotional comfort, it's about energetic power and systemic protection. When two or more beings whose frequencies are harmonically aligned enter into intentional unity, when they consciously choose to support each other's mission, to amplify each other's field, to hold sacred space for each other's full, authentic expression, to stand as energetic anchors for one another, something profound happens in the energetic architecture around them that cannot be replicated by any single field alone. It creates a protective resonance. Think of it not merely as a shield, but as a dynamically regenerating field of coherent energy. Imagine it this way, using a vibrational metaphor. A single string vibrating produces a tone. It sounds susceptible to every whisper of air, every discordant noise in its environment. Two strings tuned to harmonious frequencies vibrating together do not simply produce twice the volume. They produce an entirely new acoustic field. Harmonics emerge, rich overtones and undertones that neither string could produce alone. The sound becomes richer, more complex, more penetrating, and significantly more protected from the interference of discordant tones in the surrounding environment. Its frequency is strengthened, less easily disrupted. Your energy field works the same way. When you operate alone, as a single isolated frequency, you are more susceptible to the interference patterns of the collective field, the pervasive fear, the dense vibrations of scarcity, the incessant noise of a civilization in the middle of a painful, often chaotic, awakening. Not because you are weak or your frequency is unstable, but simply because a single frequency is energetically easier to disrupt, to pull off kilter, than a robust, multi-layered harmonic field. It's like a single candle flame being easily extinguished by a gust of wind while a bonfire burns through a storm. When you enter into intentional unity with your soul alliance, consciously choosing to interweave your energetic signatures, the combined resonance creates an impenetrable buffer, a coherent field of amplified light. External interference still exists. It is still part of the planetary landscape, but it cannot penetrate the field in the same way. It is diffused, redirected, rendered less potent. Within this sacred container, you think more clearly, free from the mental static of the collective. You feel more grounded, rooted in a shared energetic foundation. Your mission becomes more visible to you, its contours sharper, its path clearer. Your timeline accelerates, not through forced effort, but through natural energetic alignment. The synchronicities multiply, not because of random coincidence, but because the amplified, coherent field is broadcasting at a frequency that naturally draws aligned circumstances, resources, and opportunities toward it like a precision homing signal. This is the protection that has been kept from you, or rather, that humanity has collectively forgotten, not through a malevolent conspiracy of silence, but through the gradual fragmentation of human connection into transactional, superficial, or fear-based relating. The profound power of unified consciousness has been largely unaccessed, leaving awakened souls feeling vulnerable and isolated. You were never meant to shield yourself alone, to bear the full weight of the planetary shift on your individual energetic shoulders. You were meant to create alliance, to weave a protective fabric of light and sound with those whose souls vibrate in harmony with yours. Phase 4. Activate reciprocal transmission. Soul alliance is not passive. It is not simply finding your people and then resting in the comfort of being understood, basking in the glow of shared resonance. While that comfort is certainly a gift, it is merely the starting point. It is an active practice of reciprocal transmission, a dynamic, multi-directional flow of energy, information, and activation. Think of it as a constant, conscious exchange of unique energetic blueprints. This means that within your soul alliance, each person is simultaneously both teacher and student, sender and receiver, amplifier and resonating chamber. Each person carries unique codes, specific energetic keys, and particular pieces of the larger frequency map that the others need for their own awakening and mission actualization. Not because anyone is more advanced or more awakened in a hierarchical sense, but because each of you entered this lifetime through a different dimensional doorway, chose different timelines, and integrated different facets of the same overarching cosmic truth. Each is a unique lens through which the divine sees itself, and each lens holds a specific, essential perspective. Your role within your soul alliance is to bring your full signal. This is crucial. Not the edited version, carefully curated for social acceptance. Not the socially acceptable version, toned down to avoid rocking the boat. Not the version you have developed over years to prevent rejection or misunderstanding. The carefully constructed persona that kept you safe in your isolation. Your actual signal, with all its strangeness, all its quirks, all its undeniable uniqueness, with all its remembering, the flashes of past lives, the galactic knowledge you sometimes struggle to articulate, with all its fire and its grief and its cosmic certainty and its very human doubt. The raw, unfiltered, authentic, energetic signature of your soul. This is your greatest gift to the Alliance. When you bring your full signal, truly allowing yourself to be seen and heard in your authentic energetic frequency, you give others implicit, powerful permission to bring theirs. And in that permission, in that sacred space of radical energetic honesty and acceptance, profound transmissions begin moving between you that activate dormant codes in each other's fields. It is a mutually catalytic process. You will say something, perhaps a phrase or an insight that seems ordinary to you, and watch the other person's face shift, their eyes widen, a jolt of recognition pass through them. Not because your words were particularly clever or profound to the logical mind, but because your frequency, carried within those words, unlocked something in their field that had been waiting for exactly that tone, that specific vibrational key. You are literally triggering dormant DNA, activating higher consciousness. They will share something, an experience, a memory, a vision, and you will feel it land in your body, like a key turning in a lock you did not know was there, opening a door to a new chamber of understanding within yourself. You will feel a sudden clarity, a download of information, or a release of old energetic patterns, simply by being in their coherent, resonant field. This is how soul alliances awaken each other. Not through instruction, through a formal teacher-student dynamic, but through resonance. Through the simple, yet profound act of coherent vibrational exchange, each soul becomes a mirror and a catalyst for the other's divine blueprint. Phase 5. Become the catalyst for collective shift. Here is where your individual mission and the planetary mission converge, intertwining into an undeniable force for transformation. And it is absolutely essential that you understand this intersection. Your personal journey is not separate from the evolution of the Earth. Every awakening that happens within a human being on this planet right now sends a ripple into the collective field. This is not metaphor. It is not a poetic abstraction. This is the demonstrable physics of consciousness at the scale of an entire civilization in transition. Just as a single stone dropped into a still pond creates ripples that expand outward, so too does every conscious choice, every energetic alignment, every breakthrough in individual awareness, send a palpable vibration through the interwoven energetic matrix of humanity. When a single starseed stabilizes their mission, consciously aligns with their purpose, and begins operating from their authentic, aligned frequency, the field around them perceptibly shifts. The people in their immediate environment are affected, subtly or dramatically, by this higher vibration. The systems they interact with, whether it's their workplace, their community, or their family dynamics, register the frequency change and begin to reorganize. Timelines in their life trajectory begin reorganizing toward greater alignment as lower vibrational probabilities collapse and higher ones actualize. Now, multiply this by the number of beings within an intentional soul alliance operating in coherent resonance. Not just 2, but 3, 4, or more. A network of activated, harmonically aligned fields. The ripple becomes a wave. And not just any wave, but a wave of conscious, purposeful energy. And waves, when they reach critical momentum, when their energetic force reaches a tipping point, do not ask permission to change the shore. They simply arrive with an unstoppable, natural power, and the shoreline reorganizes. Old structures are washed away, new landscapes are revealed, and the terrain is reshaped by the sheer force of its arrival. This is the mechanism of true planetary transformation. This is what planetary shift actually looks like from the inside, from the ground up, from the energetic architecture of consciousness itself. It is not a single dramatic moment of global enlightenment, a sudden flash of light that transforms everything. It is the accumulation of activated fields, of soul alliances generating protective resonance and broadcasting coherent light, of individuals who decided to stop waiting for external permission to operate at their full frequency and instead found each other and began. It is the steady, undeniable building of a new energetic reality, brick by energetic brick, aligned soul by aligned soul. You are not too small for this. Your individual light is a vital spark. You are not too ordinary for this. Your unique perspective is invaluable. You are not too late for this. The call is now. The timing is perfect. You are the mechanism by which this happens. You are the conscious conduit, the active participant in this grand shift. And the soul alliance you build or deepen or finally allow yourself to receive, that is the activating force, the energetic engine behind what you truly came here to do. It is the divine accelerator. Phase 6. Release the lone awakener myth. There is a story embedded in spiritual culture, particularly prevalent in the Starseed community, often unwittingly perpetuated by well-meaning but incomplete teachings, that glorifies the lone awakener. The solitary sage, meditating atop a mountain, detached from worldly concerns. The isolated prophet, bearing the burden of a singular vision, the one who sees what no one else sees, and walks in dignified isolation, patiently waiting for the world to catch up, for others to reach their level of enlightenment. This story has beauty in it. It speaks to inner strength and self-reliance, and it has truth in it. The kind of partial truth that a distortion always uses as camouflage, making it so convincing and so hard to dismantle. The part that is true. There are indeed stages of your path that require radical internal sovereignty. Stages where you must retreat, go within, and know your own frequency so intimately, so undeniably, that no external voice, however loving or authoritative, can override what your soul recognizes as its truth. Stages where silence and solitude are not deficits, but essential, fertile conditions for the deep integration of the vast multidimensional wisdom and energy you are carrying. This period of inward journeying is vital for self-discovery and energetic purification, the part that is distortion, the subtle lie that keeps you energetically bound, the belief that this stage is the destination, that the pinnacle of awakening, the ultimate expression of spiritual mastery, is the elimination of deep, mutual, soul-level interdependence. That true power is found in complete energetic self-sufficiency, separate from the messy, vulnerable dance of human connection. This belief is a subtle trap, masquerading as advanced spirituality. It is not. The highest vibration, the most potent manifestation, is always found in harmonious unity. The great catalysts of planetary shifts throughout human history, and throughout the galactic record held in Arcturian archives, those vast libraries of cosmic wisdom, have not been lone individuals who transcended the need for connection and operated in splendid isolation. They have been beings who understood their own frequency well enough to recognize resonant others, whose inner knowing was so profound that it could identify the matching signatures in the sea of humanity. And crucially, they were beings who chose, despite all the inherent risks of vulnerability, the potential for misattunement, the very human messiness and challenges of genuine alliance, to build something together. They understood that the collective field multiplies the individual light exponentially. The mission you carry is too large for one field. It is too vast, too complex, too multidimensional, too critical for the evolution of an entire planet to be borne by a single soul, no matter how mighty. It always was. That was the design. The loneliness you have felt, that pervasive ache in your soul, that deep longing for true communion, was not the confirmation that you are alone in this cosmic endeavor. It was the pressure building behind a door that is now ready to open, the universe itself pressing you towards your destined energetic family. It was your soul reminding you of an essential truth, a missing piece that you are now ready to claim. Phase 7. Choose unity as a conscious spiritual technology. This final phase is the one most people skip, or perhaps never fully commit to, because it sounds deceptively simple, and it is anything but. It demands a courage that goes beyond mere introspection. It demands action, vulnerability, and sustained energetic investment. Intentional unity is not a passive state you stumble into. It is a conscious, deliberate choice you make before it is comfortable, before you are absolutely certain that this is the one, or the group. Before the alliance has proven itself through years of shared experience, through trials and triumphs. It is an act of faith, guided by your intuition and deepest knowing, that precedes empirical evidence. It is the decision, made from your highest awareness, from your soul's deepest knowing, to invest your frequency in connection, deliberately, consciously, with full knowledge that connection at this depth requires immense courage. It requires a willingness to drop your energetic guard, to expose the very parts of you that have been protected for so long. It means showing up for the people in your soul alliance, not only when it is easy, when the conversation flows, when the energy is harmonious, but especially when the old patterns pull at you to close down, to protect, to retreat, to return to the familiar, albeit lonely solitude of being known by no one, or only superficially known. It means navigating the inevitable human shadows that arise even in the most aligned connections, recognizing them as opportunities for deeper integration and trust. It means offering your genuine energetic presence, your raw, authentic self, not just your social surface, not just the polished persona, and trusting that the right field, the truly aligned soul, will recognize and honor it. It means believing that your true self is worthy of this sacred connection, and that their true self is worthy of your unwavering presence. It means being willing to be the one who names the connection out loud, who has the courage to articulate the undeniable resonance, who says, however strange it sounds in the language of ordinary life, however vulnerable it makes you feel, I recognize you. Something ancient stirs between us. I think we are here to do something significant together. I am willing to find out what that is, to walk this path with you, to open to the possibilities of our unified field. Intentional unity chosen consciously, practiced consistently, deepened over time through shared experience, mutual support, and unwavering presence. This is not just emotional sustenance, a balm for the lonely soul. It is powerful spiritual technology. It is the sacred architecture through which your mission moves from internal knowing, from quiet contemplation, from inner vision, into external reality, into tangible manifestation. It is how the codes you carry, those profound galactic truths and dormant abilities, stop being private energetic potentials and start becoming planetary activations. And here is the truth that everything in this message has been moving toward, the central revelation that ties all these threads together. You have been wondering why it feels like you are on the verge of something without quite arriving, like a flower bud perpetually poised to open, yet never quite blooming. Why the profound work you are doing internally, the deep healing, the energetic upgrades, the conscious expansion, is not yet reflecting at the scale you sense it should in the external world. Why you can feel the enormity of what you came here to do, the vastness of your potential, but cannot find the traction, the momentum, the collective force to move it forward, to bring it fully into being. The answer is not that you are failing. The answer is not that your mission is wrong, or that you have somehow mistaken your purpose, or that the universe has somehow forgotten where you are on its vast cosmic map. The answer is far simpler, yet infinitely profound. The answer is that you are a frequency designed to operate in harmonic resonance with other frequencies, a single, exquisite instrument in a divine orchestra. And you have been attempting, with extraordinary dedication and intelligence, with immense perseverance and unwavering faith, to produce alone what was encoded to be produced together. You have been trying to play a symphony solo. The soul alliances available to you right now, those who are circling your field, those whose energetic signature has already caught your peripheral vision, are not waiting for you to become more worthy, more refined, more certain, more healed of all your human wounds. They recognize your wholeness even in your perceived imperfections. They are waiting for you to become more willing to be seen in your full, unfiltered truth, willing to reach out, to extend your energetic hand across the void of assumed isolation, willing to recognize the ones standing in your orbit, those who are also carrying encoded missions, also longing for depth, also wondering if there is anyone else who understands what it truly means to live between worlds, to walk with one foot in the cosmic and one in the earthly. There is. There are many. They are here. They are waiting. And the planetary shift that you have felt as a distant inevitability since before you had words for it, since you first gazed at the stars with an inexplicable longing, that shift does not happen without you finding them and choosing, deliberately and out loud, to build something together, to weave your unique light into a collective tapestry of transformation. Your mission was never solitary. It was always relational, always designed for co-creation, always intended to be a symphony of resonant souls. And the moment you stop treating isolation as spiritually noble, as a sign of advanced awakening, and start treating intentional unity as spiritually necessary, as the undeniable next step in your evolution and the evolution of the planet, that is the moment your timeline reorganizes itself with astonishing speed. That is the moment the interference clears. That is the moment the wave begins to build toward the shore, an unstoppable force of coherent consciousness. You are not lost. You are arriving. And you were always meant to arrive in formation, with your soul family, with your cosmic companions, with the ones who were always meant to find you and be found by you. Tonight, before you sleep, say this aloud with full presence and full intention, allowing the words to vibrate through every cell of your being, activating dormant codes within. I open my field to my soul alliance. I recognize the ones who carry my harmonic frequency. I choose intentional unity as my spiritual technology, and I activate my mission through the power of resonant connection. Say it like you mean it. Feel it in your bones. Because you do. Before you scroll, take a moment to be part of what is forming here. Drop one intention in the comments. Something real. Then respond to someone else's with encouragement or energy. This is not content. It is collective alignment. Energy multiplies when intention connects. If something in this message resonated, do not keep it to yourself. Someone in your orbit is waiting for this exact activation. Share it. And if you felt a soul nudge, subscribe. Stay in the flow. You are not just watching, you are expanding. This is your space, and we are just getting started. And if your heart is calling for guidance on divine love and sacred union, I also bring transmissions on Arcturian heart wisdom, where we explore the twin flame journey, heart healing, and attracting your divine counterpart. You'll find the link in the description.